All right, so you live in Woburn, you've got a dog, and you're looking for a great trainer. You are in the right place. We're going to break down everything you need to know to find the perfect professional right here in our area.
Our whole goal here is pretty simple. We want to help you make life with your four-legged friend as awesome and stress-free as it can be. And that all starts with finding the right training partner.
So here's how we'll tackle this. First, we'll talk about training skills specific to living in Woburn. Then, what to look for in a trainer. After that, we'll get into budgeting, what to ask when you meet them, and finally, we'll cover some local rules and resources you'll definitely want to know about.
Okay, let's jump right into our first section, training for Woburn life. This is all about getting your dog ready for the real-world situations we run into every single day around here.
A good local trainer gets that it's about so much more than just sit and stay. It's about whether your dog can handle a walk down a busy main street without pulling or stay focused when there's a ton going on at Horn Pond. It's about having good manners at Library Park or just being a polite neighbor over in the West Side.
So now that we've covered why local training is so helpful, let's figure out how to find the right person. This section is all about what to look for so you can find a perfect match for you and your dog.
The foundation for almost all modern, humane, and really effective dog training is something called positive reinforcement. Basically, it's about rewarding your dog when they do the right thing. But what's really happening is you're not just teaching commands, you're building their confidence and strengthening that trust between you. Training becomes a fun team activity instead of a chore.
And this quote just nails the whole concept. Instead of constantly correcting your dog for doing the wrong thing, you're proactively teaching them what you want them to do. It's a way more effective and honestly, a much happier way to learn for both of you.
Now, when it comes to certifications, here's an interesting tidbit. Massachusetts doesn't actually require trainers to be licensed. So when you see credentials like these, it tells you something. It shows that a professional is really committed to their education and to using proven, science-based methods.
You'll also have a choice to make about the training format. Group classes, they're fantastic for getting your dog comfortable around others and practicing with distractions. But private lessons? Well, they're perfect for zeroing in on specific issues you might have at home, like barking at the mail carrier or jumping on your guests.
Okay, let's talk about the practical side of things, the cost. In this next section, we'll look at budgeting so you can get a clear idea of what to expect for training here in the Woburn area.
As you can see, the costs can really vary. A 6-week group class might be a couple $100, while one private lesson could be in that $150 to $200 range. Usually buying a package of sessions will give you a better value. But then you have the really intensive options, like a board and train, and wow, that's a significant investment, often running into several $1,000s.
So, you've done your research, you have a short list. Now comes maybe the most important part, the trainer consultation. This is where you really figure out if it's the right fit. Really, this is the question it all comes down to, right? The consultation is your chance to interview them, to see if their personality, their philosophy, and their expertise feel right for you and your dog. You might want to get a pen for this part because these are the questions you absolutely have to ask every single trainer. You need to know their philosophy, hear about their credentials, and this is a big one. Understand exactly how they'll create a plan for your dog's specific personality and needs. And of course, get total clarity on fees, how you'll track progress, and if they're willing to work with your vet if needed.
Having a well-trained dog is one thing, but you also need to know how to put those skills to use out in the real world while being a responsible citizen. And that brings us to our last section, Woburn's local rules and resources.
Okay, remember this number, 7 feet. That's the maximum leash length you're allowed to have in any public space in Woburn. Parks, conservation lands, sidewalks, you name it. It's a really important safety rule here in town. And besides the leash law, there are a few other key rules. Your dog has to be licensed with the city every year, and to do that, you'll need proof of a current rabies vaccine. Also, it's good to know that excessive barking can be considered a nuisance, which is something good training can definitely help with. Now for the fun part. If you're looking for places to practice all these new skills, we've got some great spots. Horn Pond is perfect for working on focus when there's a lot going on. The dog park at Library Park is a safe, fenced-in spot to really work on that off-leash recall. And for a quieter day, the trails at Whipple Road are just ideal.
In the end, finding the right trainer is about so much more than just commands. It's about building a partnership that leads to those calm, happy walks down Main Street, fun trips to the park, and just having a stronger bond with your best friend. We hope this helps you find that perfect trainer so you and your dog can really enjoy everything Woburn has to offer.